When people talk about World War II, most think about massive battles, tanks rolling across Europe, or planes flying overhead. But there's a side of the war that rarely gets discussed, and it's the one that happened inside homes, farms and neighbourhoods. Civilians and soldiers alike were forced to develop practical home defence tactics that weren't widely documented, often kept secret by governments who feared these ideas might spread too far. For about a minute, think of how ordinary homes suddenly became fortresses, how kitchens, gardens and backyards turned into silent defensive systems. These were not glamorous battlefield manoeuvres, but practical methods that gave people a chance to survive and resist. Today we'll uncover some of these hidden tactics, many of which remained buried for decades, and show how they can still teach valuable lessons in home security and survival. One of the most closely guarded tactics involved teaching families to weaponize what they already had. A broom handle was cut, sharpened and hardened over a fire to serve as a spear. Cooking pots filled with sand or stones could be dropped from second-story windows to stun or injure intruders. Glass bottles were sometimes filled with fuel, sealed with a cloth, and hidden until absolutely necessary. These were not, random acts of desperation, but coordinated ideas encouraged by resistance groups and soldiers stationed in occupied towns. Today, this teaches us that effective defence does not always come from firearms or expensive equipment. Even in a modern home, items like heavy flashlights, sturdy sticks or reinforced doorstops can become, valuable tools if thought about in the right way. During the war, food was scarce and every square inch of land was cultivated. But hidden within these gardens were tactical designs. Soldiers trained civilians to plant hedgerows and thorny bushes near entry points, slowing down anyone attempting to cross. Vine crops like beans and peas were strung across trellises that, while looking innocent, created natural barriers. A carefully planted garden could both sustain life and stall intruders. For a practical step today, you might want to think about landscaping as more than just decoration. A line of blackberry bushes near a fence or prickly roses beneath windows adds both beauty and, deterrence. It is, honestly, one of the oldest and most natural defence tactics still available to households. Not every family had access to bunkers, so ordinary homes had to be adapted. Windows were crisscrossed with wooden beams nailed from the inside, creating barriers against entry. Cellar doors were reinforced with extra hinges, and hidden trapdoors were built beneath floors for concealment. Civilians even stacked sandbags against walls, where soldiers had advised them to strengthen weak points. These tricks, turned fragile homes into temporary strongholds. If someone wanted to apply this today, even simple reinforcements, like securing windows with interior bars, adding door braces or keeping a hidden compartment in the basement, can provide unexpected layers of security without needing large-scale construction. One of the most fascinating tactics hidden from the public eye was the use of coded signals within communities. A piece of cloth on a windowsill could warn neighbours that soldiers were nearby. Chalk marks on fences directed civilians to safe houses or indicated danger. These quiet signals, unnoticed by outsiders, were the backbone of resistance survival. For modern survivalists, this offers a practical reminder that communication does not always need electronics. Agreeing with neighbours on simple, discreet signals, like a lantern lit in a window or an object left in plain sight, can provide silent coordination if regular systems fail. What appeared to be normal daily routines often held secret defensive layers. Laundry hung in a certain pattern outside might indicate to allies that the coast was clear. Children playing in courtyards were taught to run in specific directions to act as messengers if threats approached. Even sweeping the porch could, double as a way to signal activity and discourage intruders. In practice today, this idea really reinforces the importance of blending safety measures into routine life. For example, outdoor lights on timers or, simple habit-based signals between family members can serve as quiet but effective defense markers. Perhaps the greatest tactic of all was the understanding that secrecy was survival. Soldiers taught families to never reveal how they had reinforced their homes, where their food was stored, or which signals they used. Knowledge spread quietly through trusted circles, but never beyond. This ensured that even if one household was compromised, the entire system did not collapse. The lesson here is timeless. Security plans are strongest when they are known only to those who must know them. In modern times, it means avoiding oversharing personal details, keeping defensive strategies private, and ensuring that trust is earned before information is given. The secret home defense tactics of World War II show how ordinary people, guided by soldiers, transformed their homes into protective barriers without drawing attention. These strategies relied on resourcefulness, adaptation, and discretion, all principles that remain just as relevant today. For those who value history and preparedness, these forgotten methods provide more than just curiosity. They are lessons in resilience. If you found this exploration useful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this with others who appreciate history's hidden survival knowledge. Together, we keep these lessons alive, ensuring they're never forgotten again.